Hello and welcome to this YouTube channel, The Ministry of Miracles. I'm Arif Gilany, and I wanted to invite you to stay with me for the next few minutes as we speak from heart to heart. And I wanted to put a note in Kurdish and Persian for all of my friends and family who've been away, who are far, who also watch this YouTube channel. With that, stay with me, and we have a very important message and maybe an opportunity for you to engage in our activities that now are global. But because we have a global audience, I have to address several important issues in the beginning of this video, which is greeting my friends and family in Kurdish and in Persian, and then we continue on in English. Thanks for your time. حوال الهجا عارف گیلانی لباجر کانادا و خیر بین بو روژا جمعه هیوی دارم که همه روژی نویجت و قبول بین و پیشی مانگا رمضانه به زمان کردی و به زمان انگلیسی و فارسی 2 دقیقه کادگل هودا بین اوید که بچوکت وان انگلیسی تزانن حتما بجنه که معنای اوه ویدیو بهنگو بهنیرن و اگر هست کن گرمه باخوین مسیجه که بهنیرن تکسته که بهنیرن کامنته که بکن از خدمت همه خش که براید خو همه اهل شغلت immigration بو هاتنا كندا حتى شغل بزنسي كنو كالة دبي لسعودي لخوارا ميان ولكردستان دي تشي ببن دي تجهنجو آخوان مهم او بزنسمنت كو كردن او كسيت كو خوب كسك تزانن حست كان كوميونيتي اكي چي كان مهمه تگرمه تماسي بگرن زور سپاس و هویدار تلفون آوامه دوستان عزیز ایرانی سلام عرض شد. عارف گیلانی هستم از شهر تورنتو کانادا. میخواستم باهاتون صحبت کنم درباره یک برنامه که به زبان انگلیسی برگزار میشه و الان در حال ترجمه اون به زبانهای مختلف دنیا هستیم که تازه هست، جدید هست. بیشتر دوستان با برنامه هایی که ما برگزار میکنیم آشنا نیستم به دلایل زبانی، ولی اگر کسی رو میشناسید که زبان انگلیسیش بلده حتما با ما تماس بگیرید. به زبانهای انگلیسی، کردی و فارسی یک به یک میتونیم با هم روی زوم کالی، روی تلفن کالی با هم صحبت کنیم. با ما باشید و به زبان انگلیسی این برنامه رو ادامه میدیم. برای 30 دقیقه اگه با ما باشید حتما جواب تمام سوالاتون رو خواهید گرفت. متشکرم. Yes, back to the English language. Never make fun of somebody who has an accent in English, first of all. The reason for that is they're attempting to speak your language, and that is very valuable because most people don't even take the time to learn simple principles of communication. We've had a lot of challenges here in the city of Toronto, in Mississauga, in Brampton about the noise that certain types of nationalities or religious backgrounds are making. There's been police involved, there's government involved, so there's a whole lot of things to talk about. But I wanted to invite every one of you who is from the city of Toronto or Ontario, even as far as USA, they come to the 16th of August, which is the representation of the oldest culture in history. The Kurdish culture has been known to be the oldest culture in history, and we have a very peaceful crowd of 5 to 7 to 10,000 people come. Everybody's open to a conversation. I'm very proud to bring this heritage to the business world of today that we are promoting. So as an ambassador of camel care culture, I'm opening up the gate to many other cultures, Kurdish culture, Persian culture, Canadian culture, and other cultures around the world. Each culture is a mindset. The mindset is developed through two sources, as we talked about previously. One is your hereditary, your DNA, and second one is your environment. The environment that you're in. I was in bad environment. I decided to change my environment, but I always dreamt of being a teacher, a coach, an author, and I have read lots of books in philosophy and in medicine and in other areas of development, which we call the personal development arena. Many of these books are well known throughout the world. People have used them to change their lives, and we have summarized it into a system that is very easy to duplicate, to copy. So all of the opportunities that I bring to you, that I'm going through them one by one, and you can select to choose to participate or not. This is not a sales video. This is This is an attempt to connect all of the global leaders into one arena where you can discuss innovative ideas, promoting three different agendas. Number one, we start with the word how, H-O-W. So each of these words acronym for something else, which is H is for health and wellness. We have a full program. We are doctors, researchers. If you are suffering from any type of, except laziness, there's no cure for laziness. If you're lazy, you're going to need to get into a pressure room for 90 days with me or one of my coaches that are going to teach you some disciplines that you know how to prioritize your time. So time management, priorities, all of this are discussed in our program because this is education that you will never hear. This is bypassing the medical system, the taxation system, all of the shackles that hold you in your place, and you don't see growth, and you see growth of other people, maybe feel a little bit insufficient or feel a little bit intimidated. We're going to take away all your fears. We have fear experts. You talk to one of my colleagues for 3-4 minutes and you find out what are blocks in your mind and body that are making you behave the way that you are. It's as simple as that. I'm not smart to know everything in this world, even though my name Arif suggests the wise man with passion. That's who we are, that's I live my name. But I'm smart enough to partner up with some really great mentors, coaches, people from around the world, maybe in your region, maybe different color, maybe different religion, maybe different creed. We talk about 8 areas of lives in our programs, the 90-day program that we're launching. And now it's a training for our future franchises. The opportunities that we offer, I haven't talked about them. I'm just referring them as a subject, a third party, because I'm really part of something much bigger than myself. I'm not sure that anyone understands the scope of changes that are happening globally right now. For example, the monetary system is totally changing. Many of you are in the financial services, so was I for over 10 years. I've sat down with people from all over the world with different backgrounds, Chinese to Mongolian to Korean to Japanese I'm starting in the East because this is really important. These concepts are so big in the East that most of them are not even available in Canada, or most of them are not even accepted freely because people have other fears. We need to find your fears, simple as that. The cultural interchange and exchange that happens in our rooms is a story of a lifetime. You actually make connections that may stay with you until the age of 100. That is the friendships that we introduce you to. That's the connections, that's the resources, that's the money. Most importantly, people suffer from lack of money, lack of ambition. The blocks that are in your mind that are blocking the money, or the limitations, are self-imposed. And we expose those in series of videos, live presentations, testimonials, and all of this. For instance, health and wellness is number one. A lot of people have a lot of money, but they've lost their health, and that's a very sad situation. My mentors always tell me, Mr. Gilany, to get rich and sick is stupid. Put health first. So you have to have a 40-minute to an hour for yourself every single day of your life to sort out your mental and your physical appearance. And then from there, you will learn other confidence concepts. Number two, we focus on what's called organizational systems. For instance, time management is an organizational system. This clock was invented at some point in time and is now imposed every aspect of life. With flexibility, with planning, with organizing, with grouping, you can save a lot of time, energy, and also resources by being part of some organized ecosystems, we call them, because ecosystems are a part of a growing community that we just hook onto like a fishing rod, or like the person on his last end of the rope just hangs in there to see some inspiration, some motivation, some samples, some example like themselves, so they feel inspired to participate in something that they have never tried. This is an experience from thousands of families from Japan to Hawaii, all around the globe, sitting down with them knee to knee, learning about their concept. The number one question that all of this time came up: where are you from? Now, this is a really, really important question to me personally because I have an identity mix, if you will, shaped by, first of all, my DNA and then the environments that I've been into. So my DNA, I'm Kurdish. I was born into a Kurdish family. That's the language we speak in home. And you know, Jarawa, the very small village, many of you viewers know it, and it's the most strategic area in the world, strategic, politically strategic, and oil and resources and a whole lot of things. That's why it's split in four pieces, and we don't have a country to defend our ideas, speak for us, or represent us. So all of us individuals who are awakened, who are aware, speak on behalf of the Kurdish nation, which is my heritage, my background, and that's the message that I gave in the beginning of this video, because my family, my sisters, my brothers, my uncles, my cousins who speak English will hear this message as well. The third thing that we talked about, three things now. We talked about health and wellness. We talked about organizing some systems, ecosystems that we can be a part of that help us organize our time, our priorities, our lives. Third thing is wealth creation. As a ex-financial advisor, I have talked to thousands of people, and most people, 95% of people, are financially struggling. And the reason for this financial struggle is the education system is outdated. It's broken. What your parents learned, what my parents learned, does not apply to today's society or economic, geopolitical economic systems of the world. You need to be part of something that is innovative, that is new, that's out of this world, that will cover and carry your legacy beyond your lifetime. My goal is someone maybe some years from now will watch this video, will be so inspired, will pick up a book, will read something, or will join our community before I passed away. We all are, I'm using this, Friday attire, which is in the religion of Islam. This is the spiritual day. This is the day of reconnections and forgiveness and resentment and all of these things. Let them go and go out into the day with a pure intention and a philosophy, like a guidelight in your hand that you carry into the future. So today's video is about introducing you to that philosophy, a family legacy of 700 years that I'm reviving and revamping and reorganizing and organizing in the English language for the very first time in history. This has been taught in the Middle Eastern cultures, in Turkey, in Iraq, in Iran, for centuries, and movies have been made about it, and series have been made about this whole philosophy and the way of the Sheikh Abdul Qadir Gilany of Baghdad. They call him. Why? Because he went from Gilan, Iran, to Baghdad to study religion and philosophy. And when he got there, he found out that the world was a mess. Abbasid were in power, and they were living a luxurious life and forgotten about the rules of brotherhood and equality and sharing of profits and sharing of wealth of the nation, and all of these things that he went to study and find out about the geopolitical of the Islam world was all a fake. It was just a show. It was just a local thing. There was nothing really. The top was rotten. So he started his own philosophy, went out and then spread out throughout Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, and a lot of other countries through his ancestry, through his children. One of them was Shamsuddin, that came to the city of Nahri in north of Iraq, which my father was born in. Throughout my life, my sole hero has been my father. Grew throughout 10 of us, 10 sisters and brothers, through 2 wars, and all of us survived. I still have the scars from the Iran-Iraq war of 1980s. I have had 2 times that I was supposed to die, and I'm still here. I'm so grateful. This philosophy has helped me put my mind back together. I couldn't find or hold a pair of glasses. I didn't know how to speak. I didn't know how to write. I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know how to walk. That's not a long time ago. That's about 10 years ago. I have evolutionized my own life, my own mindset. The story of the eagles, what I'm going to, end with. But don't forget the how. The question is, how do I change my life? How do I make more money? How do I get involved with better people? How do I change my friends? Let me tell you something about friends that I have experienced and I still struggle with. Your friends are those people who help you, support you, and move you forward in the direction that's clear to you. So if you have no direction, no correction, you and your friends are in the same circles, you never grow. You stay in the same mindset. Mindset is really important. It's something that needs to be worked on in a program where you can really cultivate the creativity zone, which is part of your imagination, visualization, routine exercises, and communication methods, and a whole lot of things that we go through in our program. And Ramazan's coming to an end. This Friday is going to be maybe some celebrations in Saga, Brampton. I'm asking all of the Muslims in GTA, Toronto, to share this message with those of you who you know, because this is going to cause some problems. Police was on the videos and on the YouTube channels yesterday, and I wanted to share this YouTube channel with some of your friends because we have incredible opportunities and we have incredible wisdom. Again, Arif Gilany, I live by my wisdom, and I also bringing a modern mindset to the equation of the Gilany Leadership Academy that we started years ago, and now it's just taking feet and taking roots, and it's globally growing, and there are opportunities in various areas of life, including financial services. There's 4 areas that we again expand slowly from the 3 how word to a philosophy, which I will share with you now. And then the last part is the philosophy, but the areas of life that are really, really important are 8 of them, as I mentioned before, and we're going to go through the whole circle on Saturday at 10:15 a.m. Toronto time. So if you're anywhere, please have a bookmark, please have pen and paper. If you, yesterday I had an encounter, and I will end with this, with my daughter, a legal matter, if you will. I was going to do some investigation, and she said, oh, can I come? And then she was a little bit intimidated. I said, yes, you can come, just observe. You're talking to the best negotiator in the world. I took a pen and paper and a booklet with me and went and, investigated, solved the problem. I said, when you don't take notes, people know you're not serious. But if you book time, you show your ID, you start with a date, and then you record the conversation, they know that you're serious. So on Saturdays, we have a very serious talk about mindset, about growth, about community. Again, I speak on behalf of my Greater Toronto Kurdish House, who's given me the honor to be a part of the board of directors. I speak on behalf of the 2 Kingdoms in UK, the Camel Care 360 and 2 Kingdoms group. I speak on behalf of the Camel Company and the Camel LCC in Mongolia. I speak on behalf of Camel Hill, also in Istanbul, Turkey, the source of culture, the center of influence, and the place of growth. So with that, I wanted to end this video with the philosophy that's going to help you go to bed and wake up every morning with purpose. So what is that philosophy? The laws of accurate thinking are so important. Most people don't really take the time to learn them, to grow. But here's one rule that you can apply anytime, anywhere, starting right now and today. So with that, I ask people to close their eyes when they do this. The reason for that is because it will help you visualize what you're saying. So I'm so grateful for all the things that happen in my life, for my family, to see the growth.